You are welcome to Literature Hub 247, your favorite literature platform. This video is about an African novel titled Redemption Road, written by Elma Shaw. Earlier on this platform, we discussed chapters 1 to 6 as well as the plot summary of this novel. This is chapter 7 and 8. So if you need the link to the previous videos on this novel, you can make your request to the comment section and the links will be sent to you. Let's go into the classroom. This is chapter 7. In the previous chapters, we read about how Bendu saw Commander Cobra, and since that time she has never been herself. She has been having nightmares over nightmares because of it. Let's see what happens next. Mrs. Fanny is in the judiciary chambers for the second time that week. He is ushered in by the secretary after waiting for 30 minutes. I want us to understand that Mrs. Fanny is the same person as Commander Cobra. His real name is Mrs. Fanny. So he's also being referred to as Commander Cobra, especially during the Civil War. Judge Dagose smiles at him and tells Fanny that they are on top of it. Fanny doesn't seem to understand what he's saying. The judge is the most corrupt in the Justice Department, but he is the only one to help them. He is the only judge that can help Fanny and his group in their deal. Fanny opens his back, but is confused what to do. He now thinks about how and when things will be normalized so that justice will prevail. He only wants a good life for himself. But the unfair systems in the land force him to choose the life of a combatant. Fanny looks at the money he is giving to Judge Dagose and what it will achieve. It takes care of the manpower and security for getting supplies to the people. They will get the power to change the standard of living of the people. They will then get the power to change the standard of living of the people. They will renovate the schools and provide houses and good jobs. He remembers how his father worked with a farm owner who gave them food from his store on credit. At the month's end, there will be no wages for them and will even be indebted to him. He says there is no justice in that and compares this situation with Judge Dagose. So he's trying to use his father's experience with that of Judge Dagose, that there's no justice in it. Fanny put the money on the table looking at the judge. He says in his mind that Judge Dagose is a replica of what is wrong with Liberia. That is, they are very similar. Fanny and the judge have come a long way. But Fanny sees it as the liberation of the people from tyranny, while Dagose sees it as the liberation from poverty, since he is gaining from them. Fanny watches as Dagose drops the 30 pieces of silver into the drawer without counting it. The judge then stands from his chair and hands a manila envelope to Fanny on their way to the door. Fanny collects the envelope and thanks him. The judge shows his gladness for being part of the revolution. This statement annoys Fanny. So that is chapter 7, now chapter 8. Captain walks the talk. Is relentless in his search for Commander Cobra at popular hotels, bars, and nightclubs. You know, in the previous chapters, Captain did a promise that he's going to look for Cobra and deal with him. Terence refuses to use his connection to get Cobra as requested by Siata. You remember Terence is Siata's husband and is part of the government. Terence is part of the government. So Siata is trying to advise Terence to use his connection to get Cobra. Bendu enjoys the support of Siata and Agnes and gets herself back to her normal activities. But she keeps on having nightmares, especially the one about her failed attempt to escape from Dodoma. However, she considers the nightmares useful for her as they serve as reminiscences that strengthen her resolve to press charges against Cobra when found. That is, he's able to remember the sins, the ugly sins she experienced at Dodoma That is, by having the nightmares, he is able to remember all those things. And that will urge her to press charges against Commander Cobra when found. Bendu and Siata visit Calvin about a week after the former saw Cobra in his place. Calvin, in his swimming trunks and a grey t-shirt with the inscription FBI, ready to relax by the pool. He greets them and leads them to his living room. The door in the room leads to the pool. Bendu and Siata change to their swimsuits in the changing area. They soon settle down in lawn chairs. They listen to jazz music, and a servant serves them drinks. They have conversations on different topics and later talk about the war. They talk about the people in exile and those missing, including a football team. Siata is optimistic about finding the team, while Calvin, sounding pessimistic, says they will have been killed. Bendu agrees with Calvin's analysis of the situation. Siata says since she came back, she has heard several terrible stories about the war as it affects the people. Calvin responds that he's not moved by the war stories and doesn't care about them. Bendu and Siata argue that the women and children mostly affected were victims and didn't commit the crimes. Calvin also argues that some of the vicious killers during the war were women, and the children joined factions and took up arms. As Calvin stands up to swim, Siata asks him whether he has to kill people also. He immediately jumps into the pool. Siata asks Bendu if she has ever killed. Before Bendu could answer, Calvin came out of the pool and continued where he stopped. He explains that the people deserve what they got because of what they did to them in 1980 when President Toba and the cabinet members were killed. He says the people were rejoicing and tortured them and killed Benji. So Calvin is trying to convince them that the people deserve what they got then because of what they also did. Bendu tells Calvin that the people blame the killings on the Congo people. Calvin responds that it's true. He explains that the people said in 1980 they killed 13 of them and they turned around and killed 200,000 of them. They argue that the people were not killing them because the people belonged to a particular tribe. Bendu explains that people killed for all kinds of reasons, to prove they are tough and to instill fear in the people. Calvin explains again that the slogan at the beginning of the war was "Get the president out," quote unquote. He says after Doe was ousted, the people went crazy. He concludes that everyone should take the blame for where they are. That is, everybody is to be blamed. Bendu calls Siata, who is reluctant to swim because of her hair, to join her in the pool. Siata also replies Calvin that she's not taking any blame because she has not done anything wrong. When Bendu is back at home in the evening, Siata's statement remains in her brain. I'm not taking the blame for anything. I've done nothing wrong. Quote and unquote. That is the statement from Siata, and it's now ringing in Bendu's brain. He's just using it to calm herself down, that she's not taking blame for anything. The question that haunts her also comes back. What if her friends and family found out what had happened to her, or what she had done, quote unquote? She also repeats Siata's statement to calm herself. That is, she repeats what Siata said to calm herself down again. Now we are going to know about we are going to get answer to this question. That is, what if her friends and family found out what had happened to her, or what she had done? That's the question, and we're getting answer to it. She also repeats Siata's statement to calm herself. Bendu lit several candles around the house. She maintains for an exiled family instead of paying rent. She's contented with the place. So far, she has food and somewhere to lay her head. She's able to maintain herself there. She brings work from the office home, but can't do anything because there's no current. She's on the bed when the current is restored. She thinks of another statement from Seattle: no individual should be punished for the sins of their ancestors, quote unquote. She then thinks about her life with the fighters. That is chapter 7 and 8 of Redemption Road by Elma Shaw. Please, if you are new on this channel, try and click on the subscribe button so that you'll be part of this class. Click on the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever any video is produced. Like this video, share it on any social media platform. You are free to do that. Invite your friends to join us. And also, teachers in the house, as I want to introduce your students to this platform so that it will be a lot of help to them and it will ease your own work in the classroom. If you have any comments, send it through the comment section. If you have any comment or any question on this novel, just send your question and the answer will be sent back to you. Thank you. I wish you best of luck.